Hi, I am Professor L.K. Gabel, Department of Computer Science, Government GSG PG College, Balod. This lecture is prepared for class MSc second semester Computer Science, subject Advanced Computer Networks, paper second, unit third, data link layer and routing algorithms. This is the first lecture. In this lecture, we have covered shortest path, first De Sitter algorithms and second distance vector routing algorithm. Before getting routing algorithm, we have discussed about what is the router. Router is a sophisticated device which have access network layer address and it's contain software that is called routing algorithms that enables them to determine which the several possible path between those address and the best for a particular transmissions. Actually, router operates in physical data link and network layer of OSI model. We can illustrate it with a diagram. Here two networks 1 and 2 and between two networks router are established. Next discussed about the De Sitter algorithm, how to work. De Sitter algorithm works in different steps. First step is the initial step where we can initialize some things. Then first initializations by the assigning permanent labels of 0 to the home node or source node where you can start. Second, all other nodes label are declared as a temporary and are equal to the direct distance from the source node to that node. That means a temporary node is a directly adjacent node of source node. Then select the minimum of these temporary labels and declare it permanent. In the event of a tie, choose them arbitrary. So here calculate what is the actual distance from source node to the temporary node, and if old node and new old node have some values and new calculated value, then we compare them. If calculated value is the minimum then old value, then we can use minimum value. If both value are same, then we can use same value, that is a tie conditions. Next, this is the initial step. Again step 4, first for this step, suppose we have assigned a node as a k as a permanent label most recently. Then now consider all remaining nodes as a temporary label. Again compare one at a time the temporary label of each node to the sum of the permanent label of node k and direct distance from node k to the node under considerations. That means we can calculate sum of the permanent labels of node k and direct distance between k. Then compare to the what is the actual distance for the temporary label. After calculating, we can assign the minimum of this distance as the new temporary label for that node. If the old temporary label is still minimum, then it will be remain unchanged during this step. After calculating minimum distance, then select the minimum of all the temporary labels and declare it permanent. In the case of tie, select just one of them and declare it permanent. If this happen to the destination node, then terminate. Otherwise, go to the step 1. That means we can again calculate the adjacent node, calculate the distance, again check the minimum and do the till we can reach the source, or we can calculate the all the nodes. We can explain this algorithm with an example. Suppose node 1 is a source address, from where we can calculate the shortest path. First, we can assign source node, that is the node number 1, we can assign its label to 0 and declare as a permanent, and all other nodes declare as a temporary, mark as a infinite distance. Why you can mark infinite distance? Because till time we cannot know what is the distance from node 1 to all other node. So, we can mark as a infinite. After first step, we can find the most recent node to have permanently labeled, that is a node number 1 is a permanently labeled. Now, we can consider the node which is directly connected or directly reached to the node 1. Here node 2 and node 3 is directly connected to the node 1. So, we can calculate each node minimum distance. First, we calculate node 2's the minimum distance. Node 2's old value is infinite and new value is a 1. So, minimum value between minimum value in 0, infinite and 1, that is a 1. Again calculate minimum value of node 3. Value of node 3, old value of node 3 is infinite and new value of 3 is a 4 plus 0, because node 1 have a initial value is a 0. So, 0 plus 4 equal to 4. So, minimum value of node 3 is a 4. After calculating, we can see what is the minimum value of both node 2 and 3. The minimum value, minimum distance from node 1 to 2 and from node 1 to 3, that minimum distance is a node 2 from node 1. So, we can mark permanent node 2. Then again check the which node is directly connected to the node 2. There are 3 nodes directly connected to the node 2, that is a node 3, node 4 and node 5. Again we calculate new value of node 3, new value of node 4, new value of node 5. Old value of node 3 is a 4, old value new 5 is a infinite, old value node 4 is a infinite. Then calculate new value of node 3, that means, and also minimum value. So, new value of node 3 is a 3 plus new value of node 3 is a 1 plus 3. We can see that from node 2 to node 3 is a 3, and what is the value of 2 is a 1. So, 1 plus 3, 1 plus 3, and what is the old value? Old value is a 4. So, node 3, here you can see minimum value of node 3 is a minimum 4 comma 1 plus 3, that is a 4. because 4 comma 4's minimum is a 4, that is the tie conditions. Again calculate the minimum value of node 4. Here node 4's old value is infinite and new value is a 1 plus 2, that is a 3. So, minimum value of node 4 is a 3. Again calculate minimum value of node 5. Old value of node 5 is a infinite and new value of node 5 is a 4 plus 1, that is a 5. So, minimum value of node 5 is a 5. Next, now the smallest temporary label is on node 4. We can see that we calculated minimum value of all 3 nodes. Then after we select the minimum value of all 3 nodes. So, then node 4 have minimum value compared to the 3 and 5. So, node 4 can be marked as a permanent label, and then again connect and again calculate the direct distance node which is connected to directly 4, that is a 5. So, minimum value of node 5 is 5 is the old value, new value is 3 plus 3, that means 6. So, what is the minimum value? Minimum value is a 5. So, distance remain unchanged because new value is a greater than old value. So, we can leave no change. The minimum temporarily labeled node is a node 3. So, in this become permanent label. Now, node 3, from node 3 only node 5 can be reached. So, we calculated minimum distance from node 3 to 5. Node 5 have old value is a 5, new value is a 3 plus 4, that is a 7. So, minimum value of node 5 is a 5. So, this is the smallest value from older newer value. So, you can remain unchanged. The only temporary label remaining in that for node 5. So, we label it permanently because there have no other node remains, and now the algorithm is complete. After completion of calculating the minimum distance of all nodes from source, then we can find the shortest route tree. Here we can have shortest route between the given home node, that is a node number 1, and destination node, that is a node number 5. We can determine the route to be used by making use of predecessor nodes information stored with the label. The route is identified using the red arrows. We can see here this is the shortest path from source node to destination nodes. Now, I have discussed about distance vector routing. Distance vector routing algorithms have some work. Initially, first knowledge about the whole networks, second routing only the neighbors, and third information sharing at regular interval. Knowledge about the whole network, that means every node can have knowledge of all networks, whole networks. That knowledge can be shared to their neighbors. And The information can be shared which basis? Regular interval. For example, suppose 30 second. That means each node can be transmitted whole network information to their neighbor every 30 second. How to information can be shared? We can see that with an example. Here A, B, C, D in a black boxes as a router, and 14, 78, 23, 08, 92, 55, 66 which is represent in a cloud, that is a network. Router A have knowledge about the whole network. So, basically how to share the informations A? A have 3 router which is directly connected, that means B, F and E is a neighbor of A. The value of A can be transmitted to B, F, E. Again B router can be transmitted information to its neighbor. Who is the neighbor of B? Neighbor of B is the A and C. So, all the information about the whole network transmitted to A and C. Similarly, all such network such router can be transmitted their information whatever present to their neighbors. This transmission is periodically, for example, every 30 seconds. There no matter what information is stored in routers, any information that can be presently present, that can be transmitted to their neighbors. After transferring, they calculate a final routing table. So, we can discuss about the routing table. What is the routing table? Routing table have 3 fields which have information about their packets, their next hop and network ID. Basically, in routing table have network ID, cost, next hop, 3 field, 3 columns. Network ID, that is a final destination packet, cost, number of hops of packets, and next hop, ID of the next router. So, each router have a routing table. This routing table is a share with all its neighbor, and this neighbor can also share all its neighbor. After transmitting the routing table, they update each time. Why updating each time? Suppose I have some informations here 14, 1, 30, 23, 1, 78, 1. This is the A initial level, and B have 14, 1 and 51. When A is transmitted this information to B, then B can be update or their own routing table. Again after updating B, that can be also transfer their neighbors C and A. Then again A and C update their routing table. So, next is a how to update routing table. With example you can see here. Here suppose A can be received message from node B. A is the router which can be received message from the router B. Then what is the routing table, old routing table for A, that is a 14.1, 23.1, 78. What happened when he is received? The receiving information from B, that means B have some routing tables, this is a 14.1 and 15.1, and when update is a possible, when update, if message is a received, message is a received, then we can add that message one hop. B is a received message, receiving message, and A is a receiver. So, message, when message is a comes at node A and message is a message from B. So, message from B plus one hop is added, then after we calculate the adjustment, this is a 14 to 15, 55 to, and this adjustment can be combined with the old address, old table, routing table. Old routing table after combinations, we can see here some duplicacy are found. What are the duplicacy? Here see that 14 is a 2 times, that means network address 14s are duplicate. So, you can eliminate one of them. So, what is the rules of eliminations? We can see that what is the cost of this network. The cost of networks, same networks have two types, one is a 1 and second is a 2. So, we can purge the highest cost network, that is a 14.2B, and keep the lowest cost of networks. So, after eliminating duplicate data, we can find router A's new table, new routing table. This new routing table is shown in this diagram, that is a 14.1, 23.1, 55 to B. B is the next router address, 78.1 dash, dash means there have no any next router. This process continue for all routers. This process is a continue for all routers till there are no changes any tables. So, after updating this information to each and every node, we are getting final routing table after updating such as. If any changes, then again routing table is a update. So, here we can see that every router have all the information about networks. This updating algorithm how to work, we can see here step by step. First, if the advertised destination is not found in the routing table, the router should add the advertised information to the table. Second, if the advertised destination is in the routing table found, if not found, then we can add, but if found, then check the next hop field is the same, that means destination is same, then router should replace the entry in the table with the advertised one. If hop field is not same, then the advertised hop count is smaller than 1 in table, the router should replace the entry in the table with the new one. If the advertised hop count is not smaller than the 1 in table, then router should do nothing, that means do nothing. These algorithms can be explained with example. Here, suppose one message from C at the router A. A is a router and C is also router. A have routing table, C has routing table, and C can be send message to A. According to routing algorithm, first the message can be at one hop. So, here we can see that message after increment, that means incremented one hop. So, its hop is a changes 1, 4 to 1, 8 to 9, 4 to 5, 3 to 4 and 5 to 6. And how to update it? Here update with the algorithms, updating algorithms. Here we can see that net 1 7a, net 1 7a, that is a host node. So, we cannot change it, that is the as it is. There are no rules about net 1, this is the same node. Net 2 2c, it is also from the node C. How to say that? How to update? That is a replace according to rule number 2.a. What is the new value? Net to 5. Again net 3. Net 3 is not in present in old routing table. So, we can directly add net 3 as it is. Net 6. Net 6 value in old value is 8 and new value is a 5. Then we can replace with new value. Net 6 new value is a 5. Next, net 8 4 and net 8 4, there are no changes as it is. Net 9 4, net 9 6, this is a smaller value. So, we cannot change. After updating, applying updating algorithm, we can find new routing table. Thank you.